Welcome back, everyone, and channel members. Now, it has been quite a while since I finally moved into this new collection room, and there has been lots going on, a lot of building, a lot of putting things up, and yeah, I just haven't had a moment to really share some updates. There's been a couple live streams. You know, we've had a HasLab Republic gunship going on, plus all the deliveries and stuff, so lots of things going on. But I wanted to share some updates because I've been taking some time the last couple days to really do some building in here, and yeah, stuff is looking pretty cool. So here's the whole collection room, just kind of, you know, at a quick glance. So I got some stuff going on. I have just plain shelves over here that I have with a couple figures set up on them. All this stuff needs to get lit up eventually. That's going to be a little bit of a later project, but I like how it's kind of coming out. I got, like, you know, just like clean shelving going on here. A couple diorama pieces like on my Rebel shelf and stuff like that. I love how the Gungans look up there as well with some of those newer battle droids, which surprisingly can actually stand, so that's pretty cool. These guys here as well have been standing, so phenomenal. Now if they could only just fix those arms as well. But yeah, then we have similar stuff here from the old setup. On this wall, still nowhere near complete. As you can see, I still got a bunch of boxes and other stuff that's just all over this shelf. Eventually this will be similar to what I just showed you, and you know how we have things set up here. Got some Clone Wars stuff going on, and yeah, still got to put maybe some artwork up here, another shelf, not really sure yet, still kind of figuring it all out. I did want to put up, you know, my carded display here just to get an idea of if this is something I want to do, have a bunch of carded figures in here. I do like carded displays, but at the same time I'm like, maybe I can put a shelf there or something. I don't know. I had the 501st helmet out because I recently did a live stream. Blitz Transmission, great dude. Go check it out. It was a fun time being on there with him and the SWTVC team. And yeah, let's go on to the main thing that I wanted to show you. So similar to what I had going on in the old collection room, we got this U pattern that's going on here with the main Spaceport diorama and stuff like that. Now, for the most part, this fit pretty nicely. A few alterations had to be made because this is not the same exact dimensions as the previous spot, and it was a little bit more narrow, so somehow I seamlessly got stuff to fit. Stuff that was challenging was the flooring. I somehow was short a piece of flooring here, so I just had to cut a smaller piece and kind of insert it, paint it to match, and I think it came out pretty good. I think I did that somewhere else. Actually, it was over here. Yes, I had to match this as well just to make everything kind of fit and not have to make all new flooring and stuff like that. Similar thing was going on with the walls up here. I don't even remember how I made it fit, but it fits, and that's all that kind of matters. As you can see, very similar to what we got going on before. Another big advancement here is I finally went out of my way to do some proper lighting in here. So I have LEDs that are like with these U channels that have, you know, the acrylic diffuser on them, which look really nice and clean, especially in these Imperial setups. So that was something I've always kind of wanted to do, and just time and money. And yeah, I finally said, you know what, let's just do it to all of these shelves here. So I think those look really cool, nice and bright. Here we have my cool Clone Wars display. Hopefully we'll get a new gunship for that. But yeah, I really like how that looks, especially this orange light here going on with the Razor Crest. I think that looks really neat. And then of course, you know, got the Jabba display down here looking pretty good as well. I have spots now for my AT-ATs. It looks pretty good. I need to light it as well. Same thing with this other side. This is nowhere near done. Yeah, as you can see, I just have random clones down there. Not sure what I'm doing on that bottom level. Definitely AT-AT up here. As you can see, I still have other shelves that are just kind of like placeholders for the moment. Yeah, not really sure what I'm going to do with that. But moving on to the rest of the new build. So as I mentioned, you know, I had to kind of make things fit. And everything was fitting pretty good here, but I also knew that I wanted to go up another level. Just because there was a window back there, therefore I could not put a shelf like I have on that side. So I had to figure something out. This is a piece of wood that I eventually covered in styrene and all that stuff to like match my walls. It is pretty well supported. I have to make another column for this side and everything will be great. And then I will have lighting underneath that to help illuminate all this. And then you can see I made a big wall structure on the top, which pretty much covers that entire window. Didn't have to do anything damaging to the space. So if I ever for some reason need to get all this out of here and reuse this space for something else, the window will be there. So that's great. But I did have to figure out this corner back here, and originally this landing pad was actually down here. But because it's kind of smaller, I actually had it, it's 24 by 18, so I had the long ways going this way. Therefore, there was kind of a gap that you couldn't get to this landing platform. So I figured, let's just do a different platform. So I got a 24 by 24, which fit perfectly in here. These are actually wooden canvases made of like birch. You can find them at any art store. They're a little bit pricey, but structurally, you can't go wrong. And then I cover it in styrene, like I do most of my buildings, and paint it up and all that stuff. Really cool. Some of my funnest, or one of my most enjoyable things to like actually build. And let me just get in here and show you some of that detail. So yeah, it looks really cool. And I also did some like nice splatter effects on here. I usually don't do that. Something else I actually went for on this build was taking some sandpaper and kind of like scraping the spray paint lines as I did them to make it look like it's more weathered in, and then went back in with like paint and stuff like that to blend it all together and really give it that nice rundown look, if you will. So that actually turned out pretty cool. You can see the one up here doesn't really have that. It still looks good, but I think moving forward I'm definitely going to be doing stuff like this. Also, if you're interested to see like the full build of this, leave a comment down below. If 5 or 10 people are really interested in seeing how I build this with the columns and stuff like that, I will definitely make a video like tutorial of the step-by-step process. But yeah, really happy that this all seamlessly worked out here. As I said, I still gotta make some more columns, paint them up, string more lights and all that stuff, but really happy that I was able to finish this little corner. Now that top section, I will have to build a couple more structures just to finish off that corner, and then I'm gonna replace that one up there as well, so it's not like stone or like Tatooine stone, if you will. I kind of want it to be the more dirty concrete look or some kind of industrial metal. Yeah, and then going over here, it'll just kind of end as you see, and then this section right here, I'm either going to leave as a wide open landing area for the Ghost or any other large vehicle that wants to, swoop on into the spaceport, or I'm going to make another small 18 by 24 structure like over there. Now, let me know what you guys think. Should I keep it open for the Ghost, or should I keep this area open for the Ghost? I kind of think I want the Ghost to go over here, just because like if I do live stream and stuff like that, it's more visible. I think it's kind of tucked away because of these like structures here, the shelves and like the Millennium Falcon. So it'd be kind of cool to have the Ghost a little bit more prominent. Now, I have mentioned in the past that I am going to build something in the middle. That'll probably have the Ghost on it just because it'll be a bigger landing platform. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Either one works. Who knows? Maybe I'll just build a landing platform on both sides. This thing's always changing. Yeah, that's just a placeholder in there as well. And yeah, overall, I think this looks really cool. One thing to note is I made this back in the old collection room. Never got to weather it. As you can see, it doesn't have the striping or anything like that, so I should probably get to that as well. These columns also don't have any weathering on them, so it just looks a little too clean for this dirty, rundown spaceport. So I definitely have to do that as well. But other than that, stuff is coming along. As you can see, all of this stuff is still a mess. I haven't even put up any of my Rebel display figures. Just a total mess there. I did get the Tuskens all set up. Definitely one of my favorite displays down here. I just really liked these episodes from the Book of Boba Fett, and just Tusken Raiders in general are pretty cool in my opinion. This is clearly just still a mess. So as you can see, some stuff has been set up, some stuff is not. Definitely a lot of work to go in here. Still a little dark over here as well. I have some more of these puck lights coming, and I need to string all of this undersection, string the cantina, bring it over here, and then string some light in here as well, just because it's a little too dark in some of those corners. And then of course I will have to do something along the edge of the ceiling just to bring all the light up to that upper level. So yeah, all in all, definitely pretty happy. It's a lot of work. I always thought I would be able to get this done quicker, but you dream big when you're a collector, and yeah, I just have a lot more work to do in here. But I thought it'd be cool to just share with you a video of like what's been going on, and like, I don't know, just some of the process so far and just how this thing looks. But yeah, lots more to do. Let me know if there's anything else you want to know about in terms of building, or my plans in general for this collection room. But yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to drop a like on this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It really helps and is always greatly appreciated. Thanks everyone, and may the force be with you.